Hey guys, this is part 2 of this case. Make sure.
The petitioner having rested. Mr. Benjamin, this is your turn. If you are inclined to present testimony or evidence to do so, would you like to testify today?
Yes.
All right. Can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you swear the statements you make will be the truth under penalty of perjury?
Yes.
Thank you. You can put your hand down. Tell us what you'd like to tell us today.
Pertaining to the phone issue, my phone service has been transferred to her phone. And I called Metro because my phone was saying unrestricted. I couldn't make any calls. I was at the gym. And I went to Metro. They said your service has been transferred to a Moto Stylus, which is her phone. And that's the reason why I put high security on the phone, Shariah and Talisa, because she did that. And I told them I need documentation of her transferring my service to her phone. I had to pay a fee to get my phone back. I haven't seen my son since April 24th of this year. My attorney recently filed a motion for contempt. Now, when I let you guys know, I have evidence of me sending text messages of when the scheduled pickup is, the time and dates and everything. When I send this out to her, Shariah responds sometimes the mother responds, and sometimes she don't respond. Sometimes she says he's sick. And I can still take care of him when he's sick. If he needs to go to the doctor, I'm still his parent. When I show up, I stay for 30, 40 minutes, then I leave. Pertaining to that day when you was moving out, unknowing, I didn't know you was moving. I just showed up for my visitation that I sent a text message on Tuesday stating to be at your house to pick up my child. I show up. Other times I've showed up before. All of a sudden, I'm just this bad person out of nowhere. I'm doing all this stuff out of nowhere. I know I'm not doing it. So file for motion for contempt, and then all of a sudden I get a restraining order. I don't know what the angle is for the restraining order. I feel it's retaliation for it, but she's been also sending text messages harassing my friends and my family, asking them for money and slandering me. I have the evidence. So all that I've submitted, showing up to her church as a patron to get the word. I didn't talk to anybody about you. I didn't see you there, nor saw Tasha there. I came, got the word, and left. That was it. Also, I have my court order for my visitation. She says she has with her attorney. She got a new attorney. My attorney let her new attorney know the new court order, and she's still not complying. So when I take pictures 30, 40 minutes after I've been there, that's why I stayed 30, 40 minutes to document it. That I waited, gave you time, you don't respond, you don't even answer the phone when I call. So you saying I'm hacking your phone, but you have more than one phone you're claiming. So how can I hack all these phones I don't even know the number to? Don't know the numbers to these other phones you have. You don't need to answer the phone. So I'm not doing that. I filed for divorce to get away from you. Why am I stalking you?
Exactly.
Exactly. Why? Why are you looking up my coworkers and looking up Kirk Casey? How did you get that call log without my number? Because you hacked my phone through Metro and transferred the service over there. And I told Metro to document it, put me high security because I need this if I need it for court. Like, and the mental illness that I had, that was over 15 years ago. I had a nervous breakdown. Nervous breakdown. Yes, you was there for me for it. That's why I stayed so long for the marriage or to work it out and stay with you, because you was there for me. And you know this. But yeah, that was over 15 years ago. I had a nervous breakdown. Yes, I'm a diagnosed schizophrenic. I haven't had an incident since 15 years ago. And that was when I first moved down here. I have never been abusive to her. I try to take count of my words. She cut deep with her words. But for what happened? Oh, so she verbally abuses me. That's how a woman cut a man. A man physically abuses. I don't do that to her. I don't put my hands on her. I left for my health, my sanity. And she doesn't understand that. She doesn't take accountability. Stop. That's all I
So
have.
nobody has
Evidence I
actually
showed-
told me
Wait, one more thing.
what the
The evidence
custody
that I
agreement.
wait, one more thing. Me sending me the videos I have sent and of her talking, she's been mostly the aggressor in these videos that I'm saying, coming at me, arguing with me in front of the child, which is part of the court order. We're not supposed to talk about stuff like that in front of the kid. Give me my kid, I just want to see my kid. That's it. That's it. And pertaining to her emails, you called Yahoo. What did Yahoo say about your emails? Were you able to retrieve your emails?
Well, we're not here to ask her questions at the moment. This is just our
Oh,
chance
yeah.
to hear from you. So,
I'm sorry.
so what is the custody agreement supposed to grant you?
Well, my days off alternate, so I'm off Monday, Tuesday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. It's funny. That's why I always let her know what it is. So she's like, in a week in advance, I'll let her know. Or the day before, I'll let her know. If I can't get him, let me know 24 hours before. That's in the court order.
So how many days in an average period? And you tell me what this period is, a week, a month, 2 weeks, whatever.
Okay.
How many days are you supposed to have with the child in a typical window?
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's six times a month.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 6 days or like 6 periods that could be multiple days?
Oh, six days out of the month on my days off when I work. That's when I get them on my days off. The day before my day off, pretty much. So I get a full day. And then Tuesday, the last day would be more like in the evening. So it has a full 2-day span.
All right. Ms. Benjamin, are there any questions I need to ask this witness that we haven't covered yet during the hearing?
Okay, I would like to say, when he said, has he hit me
No,
before?
are there any questions for this witness?
Yeah,
Okay.
okay. Have you bitten me before, and how many times?
Have I bitten you?
Yeah, have you bitten me?
I don't recall.
You don't recall whether or not you bite me before?
Yeah, I don't recall.
Okay. Okay. Also, out of those 6 days, isn't one of those days you only have him for 2 hours or not?
Oh yeah, that's my dinner date. I did miss that. Yeah, I do have a dinner date for when I have a stretch because my days off. I go through like a 7-day stretch. I do have a dinner date with him on Tuesday from 5 to 8 or 5 to 7. Yeah, I do. I forgot to add that. Yes, I do.
And don't you also have 1 week where you don't have to get him at all? That's your week off, right? From
A week.
getting
A
them.
week. Yes, a weekend to myself because I give up all my days off. Yeah,
So does that equate to 6 times a month?
it does. I just looked at the calendar. Yes,
6
it does.
It actually equates to, okay.
It doesn't matter what it equates to
Anyhow,
for what we're here for. So
anyhow,
Um,
did you, when you changed the, what changes did you make to the phone recently, June the 13th, June the 16th, and yesterday? And were those changes to my phone or
No.
Soraya's phone?
No, they were not changes for your phone.
What
To
were
you or
those?
Shariah. There were no changes done to you or Shariah's phone.
Okay, also with the videos that you have with me upset, wasn't one of those videos when my car needed to be in the shop to be repaired, and the other car was at the mechanics because it was not working, and I told you I would have no way to take the baby to therapy, Wasn't one of those videos because I was upset because you refused to help take the baby to therapy or get the other car out of shop so he wouldn't miss 2 weeks of therapy, which is 20 some hours a week. Wasn't those videos, a lot of those videos, reactionary, my reaction to those type of ordeals? Yes or no?
No.
So none of those videos, I never went off about you not you telling me no, you're not going to take him to therapy and things like that.
No.
That never happens.
No, you asking, are those the videos? No, they're not the videos. That's the question.
Okay. Well, also, what happens when my baby first tooth fell out? What actually happened to the inside of his lip because it was busted?
I don't know. When I got him, he was fine. When I took him home, I noticed his teeth was out. His baby teeth came out. He's 5. They're gonna come out. And he was eating food. It wasn't bleeding. And then I was like, oh, his teeth came out. I let you know about it, and that was it. I dropped him off with your brother. Wait. I dropped him off with your brother that day with his 3 kids in your car. And he was fine with me. So all of a sudden, when he comes with me, I started taking pictures of him before I get him back.
So I have a follow-up question for me. What teeth are we talking about?
Baby teeth. He's 5, and one of his bottom teeth came out.
We're talking about tooth.
A tooth, yeah, a baby tooth.
But
okay. If it was more than one, I would have more follow-up questions. Okay, carry on.
Yeah, it was one tooth.
Okay. Well, how did the tooth was missing? Was I with my brother when he gave you Ben? Was I in the car with him?
No, no, he wasn't.
I actually was in Quick Trip.
So I was actually there before you guys, so he pulled up. So
I was there. The kid, those kids didn't knock his tooth out. But so how did the scratch? Because he also came home.
We're not here about the child, so I don't have any other. Do we have any questions that are not about the child?
It's about my child's safety. Somebody whacked him in the mouth if the inside.
He's not a subject of this TPO. You have not filed a protective order seeking protection on his behalf, even if you've listed him as a protected party.
Okay.
And so that's 2 slightly different things. But all right. Any other questions for this witness?
I said I did something to my kid.
Oh. The other question is this. When I told you I didn't, the other question is this. Were you looking through my car and circling the neighborhood? Yes or no?
Yeah, I moved my car because the kids were throwing football by my car. That were your people's kids and brothers and sisters.
No, were you looking inside of my car? That's the question.
Yeah, when I walked by it, yeah. I looked inside. I didn't go in your car. It was parked right there in front of the house.
Why were you peeping through my car windows? Why?
Because I have eyes. I didn't touch anything. You were moving. And I still have stuff there that belongs to me, but you could keep them.
Slander is slander a truth or a lie?
It's a lie.
Okay. So when you said I slandered you in that particular text, I asked you to send me $10 to get your son some pull-ups. And when you refused, I sent that text to some of my friends, not just your friends, my friends, a couple of your family members and friend. But it wasn't just your people, it was my people too. I was asking for pull-ups. You told me no. So is it slander if I actually asked you and you said no for me to say I asked and he said no, can you help me? Is it slander? Did I slander you?
All right. It's 3:46 in the afternoon, and my patience was left somewhere probably in the 2 o'clock hour. I'm just going to declare that the evidence is closed because I don't think this is a productive line of questioning. And we're going to place you both back in the
Okay.
waiting room so I can take some deep breaths.
Okay.
This was a fairly long and exhaustive hearing.
Am
And
I supposed to unmute?
nope, you can stay on mute. That'll be just fine. Thank you. So we have covered a whole lot of ground about any number of different things, but what I am left to decide in this case, as with any other, are a few separate questions, but the one that tips the scales typically in these situations is whether or not an act of family violence has been committed in which the respondent was the predominant aggressor and whether this order can help prevent that in the future. The allegations that have been presented here aren't any specific allegations regarding him affirmatively, intentionally carrying out any sort of violence against a child or really the other parties here. But what we're here for in terms of discussing things that have happened recently, putting the the allegations of violence aside because they haven't really been part of this, is the question of stalking. And it's a complicated question. And part of what is challenging about this case to me is this. The type of decisions and behavior that I see being made here by the respondent in many ways are the type of controlling actions that are very much in keeping with with a lot of the behavior that we see take place in this court. At the same time, I don't believe that I have the evidence that's necessary to extend the order. And the reason for that is because what I can't say is being done, what I can't say has been proven, or what I can't say is confirmed, is that the things that are being done for the purpose of monitoring or surveilling the petitioner. And the amount of control he exerts over a phone plan, for example, is a very different question than whether he's monitoring someone's location, following them, reading their messages, and so on. And that is a very complicated and technical issue that I am just not prepared to rule on at this time. And so my ruling today is that I will be declining to extend the order. And that is something that will take typically 48 to 72 hours for that denial to reach the system. But when it does, it will mean that the protective order is removed from the system. And whatever other court orders are in place from this court or any other, specifically the one from Lynette, because that's the one that I know about, will continue to govern things like visitation, custody exchange, child support, and anything else that is ongoing in this litigation. So that is my ruling for today. We are going to place the parties back in the waiting room, at which point they will be free to log off and enjoy the rest of their days. I wish you all luck as you move forward with things, and encourage you to take any issues that need to be protected against, litigated, or decided to the divorce court, so that the divorce court can make the appropriate rulings, determinations, and orders in those matters. I want to thank everyone again for your time today. And things like visitation, custody exchange, child support, and anything else that is ongoing in this litigation. So that is my ruling for today. We are going to place the parties back in the waiting room, at which point they will be free to log off and enjoy the rest of their days. I wish you all luck as you move forward with things, and encourage you to take any issues that need to be protected against, litigated, or decided to the divorce court, so that the divorce court can make the appropriate rulings, determinations, and orders in those matters. I want to thank everyone again for your time today.
Well, guys, that is the end of that TPO hearing in front of Judge Dude. I think he made the right call on this one. What do you think? Go ahead and tell me down below in the comments if you think that this TPO should have been issued or if you agree with Judge Dude. Also, go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We have lots of great court content coming for you almost every single day. And don't be a dick. Give that like a click. Talk to you soon. Bye.